And things started off pretty well.
Yeah, right at 6 a.m.
And then went downhill from there. So a few hiccups to start our election day here in Arizona. Really the last thing we need in this climate.
Anita is live at the elections office with more information this morning on what went down and what's happening now. Hey, Anita.
So many questions and so much information to get to. Good morning to you. Number one, these machines have been tested through and through before Election Day.
Yes, they have. These are the tabulators that folks are using today at our 223 vote centers across Maricopa County. And unfortunately, we've had some hiccups with some of these tabulators. About 20% of those vote locations, we might have one or two possibly of these where occasionally the ballot will go into this tabulator and it does not accept it. Okay.
So what happens is it's spitting it out. So
so it's running through and it's not being recognized as being tabulated. It's being counted. Okay. So then it comes back out, and then at that time the voter then has the choice to, we can try and run it through again, or they can place it down here in this door number 3. And what that means then, again, they've had their chance, their opportunity to vote, and then they put it into this secure door. And then what will happen with that is those ballots remain here. The ballots that have gone through the tabulator, they sit back here. Okay, so they're in two separate places. So these ballots will be in door number 3 here. And then at the end of the evening, when voting is complete out at one of these vote centers, a bipartisan board, so a Republican and a Democrat, will get these ballots back here to the central count location. And so they will be tabulated here, later either tonight or tomorrow. The tabulation will take place. It's important for your viewers to know that in a majority of Arizona counties, that's exactly how it's done. They don't have this option to actually see the vote counted right there at the vote center or at the precinct. It instead goes back to central count.
Well, let's start from the beginning. When someone is putting their ballot in here, how will they know if it is counted, if it comes back out? What information should they look for? What should they look for visually?
So they will have the poll worker from Maricopa County helping them and letting them know that in fact that was counted or it was not. So there's someone there. It's not self-serve, right. And they'll be informed of either do they want to run it through again or do they want to place it down?
Will you see a message on the screen here saying it's been counted? What does anything like that show up on the screen?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that message is going to be, but again, there will be a person there that will let them know, the expert working for one of the 3,000 people that make this election work.
What is causing this issue? Do we know?
Yeah, so we're trying to determine that right now. We've got techs out there trying to determine the issue so that we can make sure that this isn't going on anymore. But again, the beauty of the vote center system is that if the tabulators are not working at a particular location, of course, folks can put these here. They can go to another location, but once they've checked in, we want to go ahead and have them vote there.
Okay, couple questions then. If you've checked in and you have your ballot, it didn't go through, and you want to see it go through, can you go to another location with that ballot?
No, we're not having people do that. We want them to go ahead once they have checked in, go ahead and vote it. They're not being disenfranchised in any way. They're voting. It's just a different way of it being counted. It can either be counted right here or it can be counted right here. Okay, the vote is absolutely going to be counted. That's a very important message that we want people to understand. So we're sorry for the inconvenience here. We're trying to get it fixed as soon as possible. But even if we can't get it fixed, while they're there, before they get there, it's going to go down here number 3. It's going to be safely transferred over here to the counting center, and it will be counted.
Does that mean it'll take a little longer to count? Because when we have the instant count, obviously we know the numbers at 7 o'clock when the polls are closing. 8 o'clock we start seeing the first results. If you have to bring them back here, who's bringing them back here? Because did you account for the fact that now people have to go get these ballots and bring them back here and count?
Yes, so no, this is absolutely accounted for. So again, these ballots that run through this machine today at the vote centers, we'll start reporting those later in the evening. They're not part of the 8 o'clock, but later in the evening into the early morning. These ballots that will go down into here in door number 3, we've prepared for this eventuality. This is one of our redundancies. So this is so important for people to understand this, a bipartisan board that is bringing them back, Republican and Democrat. And that most likely, we will see those results reported sometime on Wednesday. So I'm not sure if it'll be in the morning or later in the day. But any that go here, they're going to be counted, and they'll be counted by Wednesday.
And these problems are widespread, so they're just happening everywhere. Just be prepared, be patient, and as you were saying, just know your vote will be counted.
Absolutely. About 20% of the vote centers are where we're seeing this, so 80% we're not seeing this. And again, we're laser focused on this to get this fixed, but people should know this should not deter them. They're not being turned away from the polls. They can come and vote it. It's just literally where it's going to be counted.
Where you're putting that ballot. Any questions, you guys, for Mr. Gates?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you've got 45 about that, I'm doing the math on it, locations that have these issues. Are those 45 locations, is there any thought at all of just kind of shutting them down, having everybody go to all the other locations so there's no question?
Yeah, so that's not something that we're planning to do because, first of all, in these locations, many of them, you still have one tabulator working, or like I said before, you may have like every fourth or fifth one that's not working. So it's still, many of these are still going through. And for people who planned on going to, location A, wherever it is, maybe closer to their house, we would like to avoid that, shutting it down. And again, we're in the process of trying to get these back and working again. So that's why we decided not to shut any vote locations.
Two questions for you. Number one, will this increase wait times? And number two, are you maybe putting messages anywhere, letting people know which locations are having issues? That way they could perhaps go to a different location to vote. Because you can vote anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah. So right now on the wait times, we're monitoring those very closely, and folks can go on to locations.maricopa.vote to check those out. But the lines, the longest that we're seeing are somewhere around 30 or 40 minutes. So we're not seeing anything excessive. And so we're very pleased to see that. Again, we're putting messages out on our Twitter, encourage people to go on to Maricopa County Twitter. On my Twitter, we're putting out messages as to where people can find the shortest lines out there where they can get in and out and get on with their day.
Yeah, they're trying to make this as easy for everyone as possible. And again, make sure that everyone knows your vote will count today.
Hey, Anita, I have another question, if you don't mind. In terms of the transfer process for all of these votes that are in that drawer number 3, that same Democrat and Republican or right and left, whatever you want to call it, those same people that are going to go, are they visiting every single one of those 45 locations and picking up that box? Or are there different crew members that are heading?
Yeah. These are people, these are different teams at different vote centers. You can imagine how long it would take for the same, like 2 people, to go all around.
And did you have those set already? You had these teams allocated, so it's not like today all of a sudden you're saying, we need this team, we need this team. You were ready to go just in case.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what people need to understand. Again, a majority of the counties in Arizona do it this way. We have this as a viable way. It's absolutely legal. Every vote is being counted. So yes, we prepared for this. We prepared for this redundancy. No one here at Maricopa County has ever said there's a perfect election. There are hiccups. Again, we're sorry about the inconvenience, but we're doing everything we can to get these back online. And for folks that put their ballot down here, they're going to be brought in here. They're going to be counted right here at Central Tabulation, which, by the way, is where almost 900,000 votes have already been tabulated for all those people who vote by mail.
Pretty incredible. All right, you guys, so we'll try to get more updates for you throughout the morning, and then I know we'll have crews out here throughout the evening as well, making sure everyone stays up to date.
Yeah, and nobody's going to be forced at any of these polling sites to put their ballot in that number 3 bin. Right? I mean, there's at least one working machine at all of these?
Right.
Okay.
Right. You would just have to either wait to find another machine or perhaps just keep trying.
Yeah, we will keep trying. I mean, at some point, if both of those machines are down, people will have that choice. Again, if they've got to go, we would recommend that they put it here in number 3. This is absolutely secure. This is the way that it's done in the majority of the counties. We're not having people, we're not asking people, we don't want people to be leaving with a live ballot and going somewhere else. This is part of our process, our redundancy.
All right, there you guys go.
All right. Thank you, Anita.
Anita, thank you.
Wow. Okay.
That's just the beginning.